We are here in Big Cottonwood Canyon. There are many trails to follow in Big Cottonwood Canyon. However, Donut Falls is by far the most popular trail. The Donut Falls Trail starts right here in this beautiful area where I've seen people taking graduation pictures, wedding pictures. It's about 8 miles into the Cottonwood Canyon from beginning to the trailhead. Just want to point out that there are bathrooms at the beginning of the trail, and also there's another additional bathroom when you get about 1/3 up the trail. The trailhead begins on a completely paved sidewalk that's very easy to walk. It is a little bit uphill, so you may have to stop a few times. Cars are also allowed to drive in there. You can drive your car in further so that you can start your hike a little bit more into the trail, but there is plenty of parking right here, being that it is a very popular trail. At this point in the trail, you've either hiked or drove just under a half a mile, and there is the second bathroom stop that I mentioned. You also have a choice of going either left or right here. There are 2 ways to get to Donut Falls. I like to go to the path on the left and go around, make a big circle, and come back the other way, the path on the right. At this point along the trail, the second bathrooms, it is approximately 1 more mile hike to Donut Falls. As I said before, we're going to take the path on the left and come back the path on the right. There are 2 distinctly different sets of scenery on both paths. We are no longer hiking on a paved sidewalk. We are now going to go through some dirt, rocks, forest area, that sort of thing. Also keep in mind when you're going to Donut Falls or any of the hikes in Big Cottonwood Canyon, it is about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than down in the valley. For instance, today down in the valley it's kind of hot, 85. Here it is about 69 to 72, somewhere around there. The sun will keep you warm, but just make sure you're prepared. We have come to the foresty area of our hike. It's beautiful here. The path through the forest area is very easy. It doesn't go uphill very much, and there's not a lot of obstacles to maneuver around. And as with most of our hikes, there's a bridge across a rushing river. After you cross the bridge, you get to a more open, sunny area, and you are getting pretty close to Donut Falls. We have arrived at Donut Falls. This is the point in the trail where you can hear the falls, but you cannot see the falls. You now have 2 choices. You can either try to scramble your way down this hill, or climb down these rocks, in which there is a rope hanging there that you can grab onto. I have not found either of these ways to be too easy for me. So the last 2 times I've been here to Donut Falls, I have entered from this area where you have to scramble through some bushes and things, and your feet might get a little wet in the water, but it's been a lot easier for me. After trudging through some bushes, if you can make it to this rocky area, you should be good. As I said, your feet might get a little bit wet, but if you just stay to the right, you'll be okay. Here's the hill that I did not want to climb down. I have done it once before, but I had my daughter helping me. And here's a look at the rocky area in which people climb down using the rope. Here is my view now. Still can't see the falls, but they're just around the corner. Just a short hike along the side of the river and you will arrive at magnificent Donut Falls. Definitely worth getting your feet wet. Why do they call it Donut Falls, you ask? Well, somewhere in there is a cave that you can go through. And I guess in the wintertime when the water freezes, it looks like the shape of a donut. That's all I know. So today I decided to be brave and go up the rocky rope area, and it actually worked out. It would not have worked out without the rope, believe me. We're on our way back and we've come to the fork in the road. If you go right, you will cross that bridge again. But I like to go left here down this path, and it's a whole different scenery going back. Taking the other path back will bring you on a lovely stroll along the river. Ah, the sounds of the rushing water. You'll know you're almost back to those bathrooms when you get to this very nice part of the river. We are almost back to our car. This is the second time I've had this happen. There's our friend Mr. Moose. He's probably having a tasty treat there. One more look at Mr. Moose. While we're looking at Mr. Moose, I'd like to give you one other tip. The Wi-Fi cuts out pretty quickly on this hike. So if you're planning on listening to something other than nature, you might want to download it before you go. Bye, Mr. Moose.